Okay, session 7. By this time, we should be back from a lunch break, if that's when you chose to do it. Uh, Session 7 is relatively short and basically just starts out with a film, helps people get kind of re-engaged when they come back from lunch, and then we start into talking about site visits. Basically, we want to make sure that the site visit issues are shown as being the way you're going to be getting all of the information necessary to validate what you were doing in those first 6 steps of the process. So this is step 7. Uh, Basically, making sure that we're verifying and clarifying. So stress that pretty strongly. And note that there are a number of things you're not going to be able to pick up from the application. And so this is the opportunity in your site visit activity to be able to get that which you would not otherwise pick up. So even though we use the word site visit issues, we're really talking about anything that you might want to be looking at when you're at the site. So it's more about site visit planning, and we're just kind of using that term issues as a placeholder, but it doesn't have to be something that you have an issue with in some of the other ways in which you might define the word issue. So this is talking about what are you really looking for, what might prompt something to be written down as a site visit issue for you. So this is about the assumptions we make and then the validation of those assumptions. So the assumptions we make are what we need to do for the application, and everything we've done up until this point is using the application plus whichever additional information we're able to glean through the TBEM process. And now we go through and we say, so what kind of site visit issues might be coming from the comments that we've written? What is it that you're specifically trying to clarify or verify in the case of a strength? And again, this is examples. Do a lot of examples, a lot of input requested from the floor. So listen to the students. What do they think are what they might look for in going to the site? Part of what you want to guide them for here is the understanding that they're not going to have that much time on the site. So we really have the challenge of getting people to have the fewest possible site visit issues that we can, so that we can actually get those well addressed during the site visit. In addition, what you'll have a tendency to see is that during the site visit, you may find some other things you might want to investigate discovered as part of the site visit itself. So you don't want to fill your site visit plan with just the things that you've identified as part of the application process. Do leave yourself some leeway when you're going to site visit itself. Okay, so now we're going to go and have people again go back and write down the feedback ready comments, and when they're doing so, they're keeping in mind, what might be the things that we're going to look at in order to verify that this is an appropriate comment. If it's a strength, clarify. If we have something we think is an opportunity for improvement, often it's an opportunity for improvement because it's unclear whether they have something that addresses that issue. So clarifying is to see whether there is something at the site that would allow you to better understand whether this opportunity really does exist in the company. Okay, and then we do a process assessment recap. This is basically stepping all the way through everything that we've done up until that point, having the conversation there, and then having people feel like it's okay for us to move on from the process item assessment activity.